Okay.
Guys, this is January 1, 2008. I had no sex for 20 years.
Nadia, let's get this started accurately. That means that the last time you had sex was January 1st, 1988?
Probably.
Oh my God. Now, why haven't you had sex for 20 years? Is it because men are full of shit in general, that they promise you this, that, and the other thing, and what they actually deliver is nada,
Just
nothing?
don't ask me why I had no sex.
Why have you had
It's
no...
just to say why woman possibly doesn't want to have sex.
Okay.
Because I didn't try with many men. I just have my probability ideas, what they can give to me, what I can expect, and this and that. I have high expectations. So you just say what you think about men, because you are the man.
Yeah.
And you know what men think when they expect something from women.
Yeah.
So you tell me who men are.
Okay.
And after we will know, we will understand why I had no sex for 20 years. So you are one who talking.
Nadia, you haven't had sex since 1988. It's obvious from looking at you that you're a highly desirable woman. Is the reason that you haven't had sex in 20 years because men are full of shit in general?
I don't know, you tell me.
Well,
you are the man, I want to know what you have in your mind.
Well, I think, being very blunt, I think that men are full of shit when it comes to relationships with women. They want one thing, they want pussy, and they promise everything to get the pussy, but other than giving you a couple of cheap drinks and maybe a trip home in a somewhat beat-up car, they think that's the big thing. Is that true?
Probably yes, because most of the men, they cannot afford even good car. So what woman can expect if she has high expectation? How she can expect a Lamborghini from men who cannot afford Mercedes-Benz?
Yes. Now, I assume that you've been at fancy bars where guys have expensive shoes and fancy ties and they look like they're worth a lot of money. But then someday in a shopping mart, you see them all beat up clothes coming along with a baby carriage, a fat wife, loaded with baby diapers, and they look like they can't afford the rent. But when they saw you in the bar, they try to make them look like $1 million. Has that ever happened to you?
Practically, Josh, I don't like bars. And I go to bars, I'm one man woman. But this time, I would like to know what you think, how you feel. When you want sex, what you say, what you do. Do you have a Lamborghini?
No.
In your garage?
No.
So,
you mean me? What I do when I'm looking for sex?
Yeah, what you do when you're looking for sex?
Which represents men.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I'm representative of other men. What I do, other men probably do too.
Tell me what you have in your mind. What do you think? You see a woman, you want a deep, sensible, sensitive relationship for the rest of your life. You want to give to woman whole world. You want to be in love forever. Or what do you want? What you can offer? What you want to get in return?
I want pussy, a little bit more pussy, and that's the end of it. No complications. Promise them a lot and give them basically nothing. That's what I want to do. Keep it simple. Get the sex, and that's it. Whatever way I can. And whatever promises I made, I was drunk. I don't remember what I said. A lot of men are that way. They lie.
So you think if women reject you, you see it's like a normal thing, because it's like she's just a smart.
She's smarter than me when she says no. Because she knows I'm full of crap. She knows most men are full of crap. After a while, it affects their brains. Women start getting screwed up in their heads. They're probably better off avoiding sex like you're doing. Because there's a big price to pay for all of the bullshit that you buy.
So you think that women pay high price for bullshit regularly?
Oh, much more than men, sure. Especially when you consider that some of them get stuck with babies, with abortion, with fighting for alimony. Oh, a woman's got a lot of burdens to carry because of the bullshit of men. It's obvious in courts. It's obvious in statistics. And still, it's getting worse. Poor women, I don't know, they're probably guilty too, but do you realize that in the United States, 40% of children are born in the United States out of marriage? 40%. So if 10 kids are born, 4 of them are born with a father saying, no, not me, or they're not married or whatever. It's getting worse. In another country that's supposedly sophisticated, Sweden, 50% of children are born out of wedlock. What's going on in this world?
So tell me, I have a question. What you think? What you would do if you would be a woman? How you would? What kind of relationship you had with men? How would you act? And what would be your sexual life? What would be your?
Oh, that's a tough question, Nadia, Russ. If I was a woman, it's so much to carry on your shoulders as a woman. A guy goes out, gets a nice haircut and whatnot, but he's sort of ready to go, gets a decent suit. A woman has got to go through an elaborate ritual of keeping her hair just right, her skin just right, the perfume, the designer clothes. It's an ordeal to go out on a date. It's so much work. And so many women are fighting for the same thing, and they are fighting for what probably doesn't exist, the ideal man. And to go over this week after week, month after month, year after year, I think pretty soon they're going to wind up in a mental institution. They're going to go crazy. It ain't worth it. If I was a woman, I wouldn't chase it. They used to go into convents years ago like it was a sacrifice. Today, I think a woman could go into a convent happy. Keep them away from the men. All bullshit. The world is going nuts. It's very frustrating. A good relationship might start with a handsome man and a handsome woman. 5 years later, she's had a kid, she's getting fat. Right away, he's looking around for something else. The poor woman, she's stuck with the kids. It's a nightmare.
So what
I think I would do something meaningful in life. You remember the old Amazon story? The Amazon women, they ran the group, the politics. It was all women. Society run by women. They didn't need men. I think if I was a woman, I would fight to get that back. Shoot all the men. Maybe even torture them. Get them off the fucking planet. They're useless pieces of shit. With modern science and medicine, you don't need men anymore to have babies. These men are horrible parts of society. They're causing a lot of grief. They cause most of the wars. They got to drive these fast cars and get in accidents. They're the ones that start on drugs more than women. But now women want to be like men, so they're drinking and getting into sex every other night. And it's much, much better future for the planet, I think, if it was run just by women. If there was nothing on the planet but women, I think it'd be a happier world to be in.
So it means you would like to see as a president Hillary Clinton?
What?
You would like to see as a president Hillary Clinton?
You asked that question, I happen to hate Hillary, but yes, women running. Yeah, even though I don't like Hillary, yeah, I'd like to have a woman president. I think a woman president would be better than a male president.
You see you as a feminist. You even more feminist than I am, because I'm not feminist. I just want perfect man. And you seems like you against guys, you criticize them, and it's correct, because I stay on your side.
Well, even though I'm criticizing them, I used to be one of them. I used to go out a little bit. But now with some more years behind me, I see the situation that women are in, and they got a dirty deal. And you take a look at the Muslim religion, where women have to walk so many feet behind the husband and wear these rags and bags and sacks on their heads.
What do you think about Barbara Walters?
Barbara Wawa?
Walters.
You know, a nickname for her is Barbara Wawa. Mm-hmm. She's an old fart. I wish she would just fade and go to work on some farm someplace and cut the grass and stuff. But she had her place in the sun, and she's entertaining. But I have no big opinion of Barbara Walters one way or the other.
What about Rivers?
Oh, that old bitch, I can't stand her. Just get out of here. She's too old. Let the youngsters take...
what about Ellen?
Ellen DeGenerate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I can't stand her.
So who you like? Who's your favorite woman in this world?
Favorite woman would be Angela Jolie.
Angela Jolie.
Why? Because one of my favorite topics is too many freaking people on the planet. At least instead of banging out babies like crazy, and she's one I'd make an exception for. If she had daughters that looked like her, God.
I guess you like Madonna too?
I hate Madonna.
Why?
From day one. She always looked, to me, from day one, Madonna looked like she didn't properly bathe. There's something dirty looking about Madonna, in my opinion. Something unclean about that.